Hello, this is going to be my video on how to properly run the Pillager's Profit trial set within a group. There's a couple of things that need to be highlighted here to make sure that your group is benefiting from this and you are maximizing its use to ensure that it doesn't go to waste. Because in my experience, it is very easy to have this set be completely worthless in a group for many reasons. It's very easy to have this set not be utilized properly. So I'm going to go over a couple of things that really need to be put in focus for whoever's wearing the set, as well as your group members that are in the trial. First off, we're going to cover the fact that you'd have to be in combat to be able to proc this set. That means if you are just standing in a trial, in a pre-buff session, about to engage the enemy, but not quite, you cannot, for example, have somebody fire a barrier like this and receive the Pillager's buff. It will not work. So what you need to do is you need to make sure that this person who's wearing Pillagers understands that they cannot activate their ultimate until they are in combat. If they don't do that, they will not fire the set. Now, the other thing that needs to be focused on with Pillager's Profit is that you need to have at least 400 ultimate when you use this set. If you don't do that, you're not going to give your group the maximum amount of ultimate that this can provide. You can give up to a maximum of 20 ultimate every 2 seconds for 5 seconds. That's going to be a total of 100 ultimate per person if you use this set properly. They also need to be within 12 meters of you. So if you have a group that's spread out all over the place in a trial dealing with mechanics or killing enemies across the room, you need to call out that you have Pillagers ready and they need to stack on you. So 2 things for the DPS to remember. 1, you need to get up and get to that person as quickly as possible. Secondly, you need to understand if you have an ultimate already that's usable, you need to fire it off because you do not want to waste ultimate that this set is going to provide. If I'm sitting here right now at 500, there's no reason for me to run over here. I can't get any more ultimate on this. I'm maxed out on ultimate. What I need to do is drop my ultimate on this guy and then run over and then get the Pillager's buff. As you can see, I'm getting it right now. Now, the other issue is that your healer needs to understand that this set can only be procced once every 45 seconds on your teammates. So if you fire the set on only 2 people, it's going to take a while before you can proc the set again because 1, you're not going to have any ultimate left, and then 2, you can only proc this set once every 45 seconds on your group members. So you need to ensure that everybody is aware of when this set is going to be used. Now, the other important thing, because you're essentially only going to proc this set once every 45 seconds, this needs to be backbarred. Now, ideally, you should run this on the 2 rings, the waist, and a back bar ice staff so that you only have your 5-piece set on your back bar. If this can only be procced every 5 seconds and you're pairing this set with, for example, Spell Power Cure from the White Gold Tower, which is the common setup, this set only gets procced once every 6 seconds. I know that says 5, but I believe it goes up to 6 when you get it golded out. So you need to have Spell Power Cure more active on your front bar. You don't want to have Pillagers double barred eating up space when it only is procced once every 45 seconds. So I'm going to put this in action a little bit quickly so that you can see, and we're going to time how long it takes me to get my ultimate back up when I fire off my first ultimate. I'm going to fire off my first ultimate. We're going to have both people here trigger combat, and I'm going to see how long it takes me to gain my ultimate back up a second time when Pillagers is properly used. So I'm going to fire off my ultimate to start the fight, and then I'm going to have the Pillagers fire off, and we're going to see how long it takes me to get back up to my okay, right there. So I fired off my ultimate, and I got another one roughly 23 seconds or so later. Very, very fast. If you don't do that scenario right there and people don't understand, get rid of your ultimate so that you can drop a second ultimate. You're losing a lot of DPS. Now, let's just say I'm going to fire this off here just so I can get my ultimate back up here in just a second. I want to cut this off right when I want to here. I'm going to get this up so that I have, for example, enough ultimate to fire a Dawnbreaker. But I don't have enough ultimate to fire off my Languid Eye. Okay. So there I have enough ultimate to fire off my Dawnbreaker, but I don't have enough to do my Languid Eye. So in this scenario, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be close enough to fire this off, but because I'm not quite there with the ultimate here, what I can choose to do is I can fire off my Dawnbreaker, have the person fire a Pillager's ultimate, and then I can use my skills and get up to use the Pillagers essentially to get up to my Languid Eye, on top of the fact that I just used there. So again, 25 seconds roughly, under 30 seconds to get 2 ultimates to fire off. So imagine your entire team doing that. Maximizing that, as long as you vocally get in mic and tell your team, I'm about to fire Pillagers. Drop your ultimates if you need to and stack on me. And then you need to watch and make sure they do that. If you fire your ultimate and they are outside of your 12 meters, you're not going to get this set to work as well as it can. This is a huge DPS boost or a huge DPS loss, all based on how you communicate with your team. So make sure that whoever is in your team running Pillagers understands that they need to do that. Thank you for watching, and please tune in for my next videos.